Hello, everyone, and welcome back to JAFM Audio. I'm James.
I'm Frankie.
And what do we have today? An ALCS between the New York Yankees, your New York Yankees, and the Cleveland Guardians.
Yes, we are one round away from the World Series. Yep. I've been talking about this all year. We are one step closer, and we have a matchup against the Guardians. Yankees versus Guardians, Game 1 tonight. We got Rodon on the mound for the Yankees, and they have Cobb on the mound for the Guardians.
Yes. So, two guys who are not really the aces of their teams, but...
Not even close.
how the series went beforehand, the ALDS, especially for the Indians. I mean, they had to go 5, and they had to stretch it out, and they had to win a game. They had to win a Game 5, and now you have Cobb starting your Game 1 in Yankee Stadium, advantage Yankees. But I don't know how much. You got Carlos Rodon going for Game 1, and he has been less than spectacular. How do you feel about him going Game 1?
Well, less than spectacular is a good word because this season hasn't been his best, but it hasn't been his worst either. When I look at the stats, it's not a huge sample size, but I'll tell you what. He pitches well against Jose Ramirez. Out of 43 at-bats, Jose Ramirez only has 10 hits, batting .233 with a .725 ERA. And Jose Ramirez is the Guardians' most dangerous hitter in that lineup.
Yes.
He is the most feared hitter. I think if we can make him have a quiet series, the Yankees should have no issues with this team. So that's pretty promising right now, looking at the stats.
When you look at home runs, Cleveland Guardians, 39 home runs on the year. When you look at runs batted in, 118 RBIs. Both come from Jose Ramirez. Batting average, Steven Kwan. He's a good hitter. 292 average on the year, 368. On base percentage, 425 slugging. Seems to me, Jose Ramirez, Steven Kwan. Take care of them both, you win a series.
Yeah, I agree. Those are probably their two most consistent hitters. Kwan doesn't have the power like Ramirez, so the most feared hitter, definitely Ramirez. Kwan, he'll get on base, but I don't think he's going to hit the long ball like Ramirez.
Right.
So we can go at him. It's okay if he gets a single here and there. Just don't give up the long ball to Ramirez.
Right. So we expected the Yankees to be here. It's not a surprise, right? ALCS.
No, you're right. A lot of people expected the Yankees to make it this far.
Pacoda had them at close to 100 wins.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think people expected the way they were going to get here, right? Like the first month and a half, 2 months, they were dominating, and then they pretty much coasted the rest of the way. I think they played around 500 ball. But here's the kicker here. ALDS, you expect Judge to get a big hit, big home run. You expect Volpe to get a big steal. You expect Soto to hit that double. It was all Stanton, my friend.
Stanton.
The 25-year-old phenom, Giancarlo Stanton.
He woke up. Thankfully, he woke up because Judge was non-existent on the offensive side of the baseball.
Yes.
He couldn't buy a hit. I think he had one double and an infield single that he probably should have gotten out. Thank you, Giancarlo, for showing up and basically carrying this team. Him and Soto carrying this team to, the ALCS.
Yes. I mean, if I would have told you, hey, the Yankees are only going to be able to get into the ALCS if Stanton, gets busy, you would have been like, no, we don't need Stanton. We got Judge and Soto. If I would have told you Stanton's going to have a stolen base in the ALCS, what are the odds of that?
Yeah, Stanton got a steal, guys.
Yes.
Crazy.
But he's playing good ball. When I say good ball, he's hitting the ball. He can't run for anything.
Yeah, he can't run at all.
But he does get a stolen base. They weren't holding him on. He has a walking lead. And the Yankees are in position now 4 wins away to get to the World Series. And let me tell you something. You don't have to go through Baltimore. And you don't have to go through Houston. I mean, this is theirs for the taking now.
It is. It really is. I don't want to say this is, no series is an easy series, but if the Yankees play to their ability, they should have no issues with Cleveland and making it to the World Series.
I agree. Now, they don't have Cole going into possibly Game 3, right? So who goes Game 2? That's a question. Carlos Rodon
I think
tomorrow.
Are they throwing Cole? No, they are not throwing Cole.
Right.
The Yankees did announce their...
They did or they didn't?
They did.
Okay.
I'll tell you right now.
So we'll figure out who's going tomorrow. But today it's Carlos Rodon. So with Rodon, this is a tricky one. All right? He pitched last game. He went 3 2/3 innings pitched, 7 hits, with 7 strikeouts, but he gave up a few runs. And that was against a weak hitting Kansas City Royals team.
Yeah.
This guy needs to give you some distance here. You do not want to start using that bullpen. It's a 7-game series. He needs to give you at least 5 innings. Do you agree?
I 100% agree. I mean, what's the point of starting? If you can't pitch at least until the 5th or 6th inning, you shouldn't be out there.
Yeah, so you have the rotation now?
Yeah, so game 1, Rodon.
Today.
Game 2,
tomorrow.
Cole. Game 3, Schmidt. And game 4, Luis Gil is back on the roster.
I like it.
That. Yes.
I like it. So no Stroman.
No.
Mr. 500.
Relax.
And and no nasty Nestor Cortez.
No. But, I like this rotation here. This is a strong rotation.
So if the Yankees win today, they're in the driver's seat. You got Gerrit Cole, your ace, going tomorrow.
Yes.
Win this game today, you're in the driving seat. It doesn't matter who's pitching game 4. It may even be a throwaway game. Like, you know what?
Game 1, let's see. They're going up against Cobb. Let's read off some numbers here. I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Go ahead.
Juan Soto, 11 at-bats, 7 hits, 2 home runs, a .636 average against Cobb.
Yeah, but he does that against everyone.
Put that on your parlays, folks. A 1.9 OPS. That's ridiculous.
Yes.
Surprisingly, Verdugo, 7 for 3, batting .429 with a 1.2 OPS. Very small sample sizes here, but those are the two, main guys that have very good averages against Cobb. Judge, 3 for 12, 250 against Cobb, OPS .75. We need Judge to wake up because we can only go so far without his bat in the lineup.
I agree.
He needs to wake up.
Eventually, I mean, I think you get through the Guardians also if Judge is not his best. But I think there comes a point where if you get to the World Series, whether you face the Dodgers or even my Mets, I think you're gonna need all your ammo there.
I agree. Judge, we got by in the first round. Every round is just gonna get harder if he's not hitting the ball. Mm-hmm. He needs to wake up. I understand. I mean, this is a stat you don't want to hear with anybody that's on your team, especially in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Worst batting average all time in the playoffs.
Yeah, with a minimum of how many at bats was it? 20 or something. I could be wrong.
That's pretty.
You know what? Maybe he's in his head. You think he's in his head or what?
100%.
Okay.
It has to be.
Okay.
There's no reason all year this guy is hitting the ball, having an incredible season, almost a repeat of his record-breaking season.
Yeah.
And then you get to the playoffs and it just shuts off.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
All right. I agree. I think he needs some protection in the lineup. You're in the playoffs now. Get somebody behind. I'm sorry.
They got to move Stan. They got to switch Wells and Stan.
I would pitch to Austin Wells 100 out of 100 times before I pitch to Aaron Judge. And I don't care if it's a tie game. I would put the winning run at first, and I would take my chance with Austin Wells. Call me crazy. That's just the way it is. Let's not sleep on the Guardians here. 92 wins this season. The Yankees had 94. They have a winning record away. They're 42-39. I'm not going to sleep on them. In order for the Guardians to win this series, they would have to play their best ball. Someone's going to have to get red hot, whether it be Ramirez, whether it be Kwan. Mm-hmm. And then, honestly, you're going to have to win those close games, the Guardians, and that would mean Class A, multiple 6-out saves. You understand?
Almost every game of the series.
If they have a lead, yeah. So there you have it. Yankees are in the driver's seat.
Oh, yeah.
4 wins away from the World Series.
Let's go
ALCS starts today at 7:15, I believe, the time. Actually, 7:38. 7:38 to be exact.
7:30.
Yes.
Yankees, Guardians. Let's go Yankees. Let's go Aaron Judge. Let's wake him up. Soto, keep doing what you're doing. Stan, stay hot.
Steal those bases.
Steal those bases, Stan. You see it and you like it, you take it. Let's go. Yankees, let's make it to the World Series and let's put on a show. Thank you for tuning in. We will catch you on the next one.